When I was ready to leave everything behind and fly overseas, my girlfriend, who was pretending to have amnesia, coldly warned me, "Pack up your things. Move out of my house as soon as possible. My boyfriend is moving in soon. He'll get jealous if he sees you." I didn't even look up. I just calmly said, "Okay." She didn't suspect a thing. Then she kept acting. "Also, stop lying and saying you're my boyfriend. My boyfriend Humming will be hurt." I paused for a second, then obediently nodded. I didn't explain to her that this time I was changing my name and studying abroad. I would never have even a trace of attachment to her again, since she loved acting so much. I'd play along till the end. After all, she wanted to get rid of me too. Then let's never see each other again. By the time I finished the name change paperwork, it was already dark. I hailed a cab. I took out my phone and looked up flights. The name change request was submitted, but it still needed a month for approval. So I booked a ticket to Melbourne for the 1st of next month. Then I replied to the study abroad agency and accepted the offer. That night, I slept better than I had in the past month. Early the next morning, I got up and had breakfast. Then I cleared out everything related to Xia Xining. The gifts she gave me, the matching clothes we bought, and the love letters from school, I threw them all into the trash. While I was busy, a limited edition supercar suddenly pulled up by the road. I turned at the sound and saw Xia Xining. She got out of the car with a man on her arm, bold as ever. Even after seeing me, she didn't dodge at all. The reason she had no fear was simply because she was sure I would forgive everything she did while she had amnesia. From the very beginning, Xia Xining refused to admit I was her boyfriend. She even had people throw my things out of the villa. I thought I was about to end up on the street. But then the owner next door suddenly contacted me. He said he was going abroad and rented the place to me at the lowest price. Back then I thought I got lucky. Now it seemed like it was just a show she put on herself. She was afraid I'd really leave, so she used that trick to keep me around. Thinking back on this month of being fooled, I only found it laughable. I didn't care what act she was putting on today. I turned around and picked up the last box, then dumped it into the trash. Xia Xining, who happened to walk by, glanced over. When she saw what I was throwing away, her face went cold. "Why did you throw all this away?" I glanced at her. My tone was flat. "Don't you have amnesia? How do you remember these things?" Only then did Xia Xining realize she had slipped up. She quickly fixed her expression and pretended not to care. I was just asking, how could I remember? The past is the past. Now is now. Right now I only like Humming. After all, when I had my accident in Nanzhou, he was the only one who took care of me. Even the accident and the amnesia were fake. "What accident?" I curled my lips slightly and looked sideways at the man holding her. His charming eyes were full of smugness, a face I had never seen before. He was probably Xia Xining's favorite new fling during this time, which was why she brought him back so openly. I didn't want to waste another word on her. I only gave a faint hum, then turned and went into the villa. Watching me leave without looking back, Xia Xining's eyelid twitched. She had brought someone home. Shouldn't I be making a jealous scene? Why was I so calm? Xia Xining sensed something was wrong, but she didn't chase after me to explain. She just watched me disappear behind the door. Suddenly, the doorbell rang. I put down the packing bag in my hand and got up to answer the door. It was the man Xia Xining had just brought back. He raised his hand and waved. There was a smile on his face, but it didn't reach his eyes. "Hi, I'm Gu Haoming. I'll probably be staying at my girlfriend's place for a while. Since we're neighbors now, mind if we add each other on WeChat?" "No need." I rejected him without even thinking. I turned to leave, but Gu Haoming snatched the phone from my hand. He quickly opened WeChat and added himself. Seeing my face darken, he grinned and handed the phone back. His tone was flirty. "Let's be friends. We'll be seeing each other a lot." "Right. Do you have any umbrellas at home? The ones we bought today are already used up. Could you lend me a few?" My face went a little pale. My hand trembled as I took back my phone. "No." But Gu Haoming wouldn't let it go. The mockery in his eyes was undisguised. "Right, I asked the wrong person. Xining doesn't want you anymore. Why would you have any?" I knew he was provoking me on purpose. I didn't want to deal with him. I pulled the front door, about to shut it. Gu Haoming grabbed the doorknob and used the chance to fall to the floor. His eyes instantly turned red. "Brother, I know you don't want to see me, but I only came to borrow some seasoning. I just wanted to make dinner for Xining. If you won't lend it, fine. Why did you have to hit me?" Seeing Gu Haoming suddenly put on this act, my heart jumped hard. Before I could react, Xia Xining rushed up the steps, appearing from nowhere. She helped him up at once. She looked at me coldly. Her voice carried hidden anger. "Haoming did nothing to you. Why are you making trouble for no reason? He's my boyfriend now. Please be nicer to him." After saying that, she didn't even look at my expression. She helped him and walked straight away. Every word landed in my ears. I clenched my fist without realizing it. I stared as their backs disappeared into the dusk. Expressionless, I raised my hand and slammed the door shut with a bang. In the early hours, the phone on my nightstand started vibrating. Half asleep, I instinctively answered it. The next second, the screen changed. Watching the shaky camera show those unbearable images, I woke up completely. Once I realized what the person on the other end was doing, my whole body froze like a statue. In the end, I couldn't take it anymore and hung up. My once drowsy eyes were now completely bloodshot. For the next few days, I stayed inside. Not until my best friend's wedding did I finally pull myself together and go out. When I arrived at the hotel, before the wedding started, I gave him the gift I had prepared in advance. After we chatted for a while, my friend held my hand. I sent Xia Xining an invitation. She promised she'd come. Go pick her up later. Talk to her more. Maybe she'll remember your proposal scene and get her memory back. I stayed silent for a moment, then shook my head. Seeing the smile slowly fade from my face, worry flashed through his eyes. "What's wrong? You don't want to keep holding on?" I was just about to answer when I saw Xia Xining appear at the entrance with Gu Haoming. My friend looked over too. Seeing them with their arms around each other, his face turned red with anger. He rushed forward to teach them a lesson, but I quickly stopped him. My voice was full of exhaustion. "Forget it. In a little while, it'll all be completely over." My friend didn't understand what I meant. He was about to ask, "But the groomsmen came over. The wedding is about to start." It took a lot of persuading to get my friend onto the stage. As the wedding march sounded in the hall, I took a deep breath. and returned to the hall. All the guests were already seated. Only the seat beside Jasining was still empty. After hesitating for a moment, I still went over and sat down. During the wedding, Gu Haoming kept clinging to Xia Xining, asking her to serve him food. She responded to everything he said. She even poured him drinks, acting incredibly caring. Even when he fed her dessert he had already eaten, she ate it without hesitation. Watching them act so intimate, I opened my eyes and looked toward the stage. I had no appetite and didn't touch my chopsticks. My friend's mother placed some food on my plate. She told me to eat more. I didn't want to reject her kindness, so I picked up a dumpling. When Xia Xining saw it, she reached out and took the dumpling away. Do you have a death wish? It has seafood in it. You're allergic. You can't eat that. Watching the dumpling roll across the floor, I looked up and stared deeply at her. Only then did Xia Xining realize what she had done. She awkwardly explained herself. The housekeeper never buys seafood. I heard her mention you several times. After saying that, she didn't dare look at my face again. She turned and picked up a shrimp. Gu Haoming leaned close to her ear. No one knew what he said. Xia Xining put down what she was holding and left with him. I didn't care where they went, not until the bouquet toss ended. Did I get up and go to the restroom? As soon as I reached the door, I heard intimate sounds coming from inside. I stopped in my tracks and held my breath. After a few quiet minutes, a gentle male voice came from the innermost stall. Why are you dressed so tightly? Wearing this to a wedding? You don't like it? After a muffled sound, a soft laugh followed. Of course I like it. I looked up at the sign above me. My finger dug deep into my palm. A stream of footsteps came from the hallway. The restroom went quiet again. I took one last look at the tightly shut stall door. With red eyes, I turned and left. After the wedding ended, I said goodbye to my friend, then went downstairs. As soon as I got out of the elevator,